Hi, everyone, and welcome back to High Level Listening, our English learning channel and English podcast where students learn real, everyday English vocabulary and phrases with side-by-side American and British English. I'm Kat, your American teacher.
And I'm Mark, your British teacher here at High Level Listening. And yes, we're super excited to be back with season 5. This is episode 1 of our vocabulary podcast, and we're starting this brand new season with 2 stories side by side in American English with Kat and British English with me. And one of our stories is about being in a good mood, and one is about being in a bad mood.
So this season, we've also added something new and exciting to our episodes. First, you'll hear the stories, just like we always do. We'll break down the vocabulary line by line. And finally, you'll also hear the vocabulary again in a naturally spoken back and forth English dialogue. So stick around till the end to see how you can use these words and expressions from this episode easily in conversation.
Yes, and like always, if you want to follow along without missing a single word, we will be adding these season 5 episodes to our study bundle that has all of our other episodes in our PayHip store. The other idea is to join us on YouTube as a member, and you can get the PDF transcripts of every episode every week. All the links are available down below. Okay, so let's get started with today's stories. Kat will go first, and I'll ask, how was your morning?
This morning, I woke up in a really good mood after a great night's sleep, and with the sun shining, I was already feeling pretty upbeat. On the way to work, I bumped into an old friend, which totally made my day. And then, to make it even better, at the office, my boss gave me some really great feedback that cheered me up even more.
Wow, okay. Sounds like you're in a good mood.
Oh, yeah, I am in a good mood. I'm in a good mood. What about you, Mark? How was your morning?
Today was just one of those days. I was already in a mood as soon as I woke up. I'm often quite ratty in the mornings anyway, so I was getting hacked off by the smallest things. The radio, the cues, the traffic, everything was getting on my nerves. I was pretty fed up by the time I got to work.
Oof, what a morning. Just the morning, that was it, right?
I know, I
I
hadn't
hope the
even
rest of your
started
day
work
gets
yet.
better. I really hope so.
Yes, right. So we've got pretty opposite stories today. Kat is in a good mood and I'm in a bad mood. Don't worry if you didn't understand everything from the first go. We will go through them again. We'll start at the beginning and break down and focus on the best vocabulary and expressions about being in a good mood, feeling happy, or being in a bad mood, feeling stressed and annoyed. So back to the start of your story, Kat. How was your morning again?
This morning, I woke up in a really good mood after a great night's sleep. Okay, so we'll listen to it once more. This morning, I woke up in a really good mood after a great night's sleep. So I woke up in a good mood, in a really good mood. This is a good phrase because I'm in a good mood. I'm in a bad mood. This kind of replaces the word happy, right? I'm happy. Sounds a little like a little kid, right? I'm happy. I'm sad. This is probably more likely the phrase that you'll use. I'm in a good mood, or I woke up in a good mood. So my phrase that I said, this morning I woke up in a really good mood after a great night's sleep. Okay, so I had a good night's sleep. I had a bad night's sleep. This is also a phrase that we use kind of to talk about how well or how badly we slept. A good night's sleep, and that's N-I-G-H-T apostrophe S, a good night's sleep, a great night's sleep, a bad night's sleep.
Yeah, if you're feeling tired in general, you might say, oh, I had a terrible night's sleep last night. Ugh.
What about you, Mark? How'd your day go today?
Today was just one of those days. So today was just one of those days.
I
So
feel you.
I haven't said the word bad or mood or unhappy, but you'd still know that this is a bad day because it's one of those days.
Yeah.
If it's one of those days, it's always a bad thing. It's one that didn't go well, was frustrating, was annoying. One of those things. And it's always plural. So it was just one of those meetings. Means it was a boring, long meeting. Or it was just one of those evenings. It was a boring evening. I didn't do anything. It was one of those days means it was a long, boring, annoying day. Or it wasn't a good day. So that's an easy phrase you can use. Again, it's more common with adults than maybe children. As an adult or to your colleagues and friends, today was just one of those days.
Oh, I feel you. I understand. And I can commiserate.
It's even in a rock song that I like about being angry and annoyed. It's one of those days. All right, well, back to your happy day. It sounds like your good night's sleep put you in a really good mood.
Yeah, and with the sun shining, I was already feeling pretty upbeat. Okay, and with the sun shining, I was already feeling pretty upbeat. Upbeat, when you are feeling upbeat, all right, you feel energized, you feel good, right? You feel pretty upbeat. So with the sun shining, nice golden rays of sun coming in, I was already feeling pretty upbeat. So feeling upbeat, feeling good, feeling happy, feeling energized, feeling pretty upbeat.
Yeah, I like that. And you open the curtains and it's a blue sky. That puts me in a good mood too.
Imagine some songs are playing in the background. It's just starting my day, starting my TV show. Okay, so it sounds like it was one of those days, Mark. I completely understand how you feel. When did you start to feel kind of off?
Well, I was already in a mood as soon as I woke up. I was already in a mood as soon as I woke up. So again, this is another example where I didn't say the word bad or grumpy. I just said I was in a mood. Again, that's negative. If I'm in a mood, that means I'm in a bad mood. So if you talk to someone and they seem grumpy and impatient, you go, oh, okay, he's in a mood this morning. Be careful. And that's the phrase. So I don't know why. Maybe I had a bad night's sleep. Maybe I went to bed too late. Maybe I just didn't sleep well. So I was in a mood as soon as I woke up. So the second my eyes opened, I was in a mood. This is a phrase you can use with children. If your kids are being a little bit grumpy, say, oh, someone's in a mood this morning. And that may cheer them up, or it may make them more annoyed. But if they are in a mood, they're in a bad mood. Okay, back to your happy morning. Did anything interesting happen that also made you feel good?
Well, actually, on the way to work, I bumped into an old friend, which totally made my day. So the whole sentence together. On the way to work, I bumped into an old friend, which totally made my day. If something makes your day, it totally made my day. I think that's when we kind of use it the most because we don't anticipate. We don't think this is going to happen. But after it happens, wow, that totally made my day. That totally made my day. That was so nice. If something makes your day or it totally made your day, that means that it was the best thing that happened to you. All right. That totally made my week. That made my year. That's kind of dramatic a little bit, but it means it was the best thing that could have happened to you today. On the way to work. So on the way, meaning I was walking in the middle of my route to work. On the way to work, I bumped into an old friend. Now, physically, when you bump into somebody, you physically hit them, but that's hopefully we didn't actually run into each other or hit each other, but I bumped into an old friend. Maybe I saw them getting coffee at the same place I get coffee. Maybe I saw them on the road. Maybe they were walking past. I thought, oh my gosh, Susan, how are you? Oh, great to see you. So I bumped into an old friend. Now, we do use the word old, but I don't mean that my friend is old. or older than me. I just mean that we were friends a long time ago. Maybe we were friends in high school. Maybe we were friends 5 years ago, 10 years ago. She's an old friend. She's an old friend. So on the way to work, I bumped into an old friend, which totally made my day. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Susan, how are you? So I was really excited, and that was the best part of my day. It totally made my day. All right, so Mark, I know I'm so cheerful today. Are you normally in a bad mood in the mornings? Like, is this kind of normal for you?
Yes, honestly, I'm often quite ratty in the mornings anyway. Okay, I'm often quite ratty in the mornings anyway. Okay, I saw you wave your flag for which word?
Ratty. I don't think I can even say it like you do. Ratty, ratty.
Ratty, ratty. Right, British people get ratty. And if you're quite ratty, it means you're in a bad mood. You have quite a short temper. Maybe you're a little bit impatient, and it's easy to get annoyed. Just, don't talk to me, or I don't care this morning. Just leave me alone. If I'm being ratty.
Is it like short-tempered, or is it more like I'm grumpy?
It's sort of both grumpy,
It's both, okay.
and that makes you short-tempered. Yeah,
Okay,
you
I
don't
see.
have a lot of patience or tolerance for anything or anyone. You're just like, get out of the way, or don't talk to me. I don't care. So if you're quite ratty, you might want to avoid people if they're being a bit ratty this morning. Even in the afternoon, when you've had some coffee and you've had some food, you might say, sorry, I was so ratty this morning. It's just, I had a bad night's sleep. So you can use it to describe yourself. But generally, usually I'm often quite ratty in the mornings anyway. So being grumpy or annoyed in the morning is not uncommon for me. I'm often quite ratty in the mornings. Okay, so you bumped into a friend. You had lovely weather as well. Did anything else happen?
Well, and then to make it even better, dun dun dun, we don't know. Okay, so when you start listing some things that you are really happy about, and then we did this, and then we did that, and then to make it even better, this is a really good phrase that you can add your final piece, right? The final thing you want to say, and it's even better. So it was good, it was great, and to make it even better. There are a lot of phrases that you can use and to top it all off, or the cherry on top, but a lot of those we kind of use sarcastically. So if Mark in his bad mood was listing, this happened, and then this happened, and then to top it all off, this bad thing happened. So we do use a lot of those kind of positive phrases quite negatively. However, this phrase really almost, I guess you could say it's sarcastic, to make it even better. But most of the time when we are in a good mood, you can add all these things together, and to make it even better, and I'll tell you when Mark is done with his side of the story. You'll have to find out in a minute. All right. So Mark, what was so annoying today? What annoyed you so much?
Well, it was just one of those days. I was already in a mood and I was ratty. So I was getting hacked off by the smallest things. The radio, the queues, the traffic, everything was getting on my nerves. So I
actually have never heard this phrase before. You were getting hacked off. And now I know queues, but those are two specifically British ones in your phrase, in your sentences.
Yes, so once more, I was getting hacked off by the smallest things. The radio, the queues, the traffic, everything was getting on my nerves. But I was getting hacked off. I was getting annoyed. I was getting annoyed by something, or it's really hacking me off, or I'm getting really hacked off by that construction noise next door.
This is like a way the ultimate level of really annoyed. That sounds really annoyed.
Right. There may be situations where you can't use a swear word, you can't use bad language, but you want to be serious about how you feel and show that you feel strongly. So hacked off is quite strong. It means you are getting really, really annoyed. You
But
could
it's not
say
a
it
bad
at
word.
work. It's not a bad word or a swear word. You
Okay.
could say it at work to show that you mean you're really, really annoyed. I'm getting really hacked off
Okay.
with this client and all the changes they're making. So this is quite strong. I'm in a bad mood and I'm ratty. So I was getting hacked off by the smallest things. The radio, the cues, the traffic. So the radio was annoying me. Maybe the DJ's talking. The cues could be a queue of cars, or it could be people standing in line. The traffic was annoying me as well. Everything that I normally face on my commute, everything was getting on my nerves.
That's a good phrase.
So-
We use that too.
Exactly. If it gets on your nerves, it annoys you. It hacks you off or it annoys you. Yeah, so it's getting on my nerves. It's making me more and more annoyed. Say, oh, that sound is really getting on my nerves. Or when people chew with their mouth open, that really gets on my nerves. So if something annoys you, it gets on my nerves. Again, that's quite strong. It means you're quite serious that it does annoy you. But again, you can use it with strangers, colleagues at work. It isn't overly personal or rude in any way. It's just getting on my nerves. Okay, so last part of your perfect morning. You saw a friend, you had lovely weather. What happened to make it even better? What's the final answer?
Then, to make it even better, at the office, my boss gave me some really great feedback that cheered me up even more. I just had the perfect day today, didn't I?
Wow, what a lovely morning you had. Wow, so happy for you.
Am I getting on your nerves?
Maybe.
So, to make it even better, at the office, now remember with at the office or at work, at the office, my boss gave me some really great feedback that cheered me up. Okay, so cheer me up. It cheered me up. That means it made me happy, right? It cheered me up even more. I was already happy. I was already feeling good. I was already in a good mood, and it cheered me up even more than before. So, my boss gave me some really great feedback. Feedback is kind of when someone gives your opinion, but it's kind of a professional opinion of you. Okay, so here's some feedback. You need to make these changes. You did this well. We should change this. You didn't do this very well. This is feedback. It's kind of like a professional opinion. And my boss gave me some really great feedback, and that really cheered me up. I was already feeling pretty good, but that cheered me up even more. I know. I had a great day today. It was really nice.
Right. It's funny because usually cheer me up is when someone is sad and then you change their mood and then you make them happy.
Exactly. So, hey, I wanted to do something to cheer you up, or I don't know, maybe a nice lunch would cheer me up, right? So, but because I was already happy, it cheered me up even more than I
Wow.
was before, which is nice.
I don't know if you could get any happier. I don't even know what's
I'm
beyond
American,
that.
so I'm very positive. I can get very happy. Yes.
That's fair. There's no limit.
There's no limit. There's no limit. Okay, now take it down. I'll take it down a notch. Oh, Mark, sorry to hear that about everything getting on your nerves.
Yes, everything was getting on my nerves. I was pretty fed up by the time I got to work. I was pretty fed up by the time I got to work. So we've seen a few different words for annoyed. I was in a mood, I was ratty, I was hacked off, and I was pretty fed up. Fed up. It means I have had enough.
I'm over it.
I don't want to go to work anymore. I want to quit. I want to turn around and go home. Forget this. I am fed up. Fed up is really the final straw when you are at your limit. You're done.
Finished.
You don't want to deal with it anymore. That's it. Forget about it. So I was pretty fed up by the time I got to work. When I arrived at work or I parked outside the office, I didn't even want to get out of the car. I just wanted to go home and go back to bed. If you've been doing something for a long time and it's getting more and more annoying and time consuming, say, oh, I am fed up with this project. Or you're in traffic for ages and ages. Oh, I'm fed up with this traffic. So if something is annoying and you don't want to do it anymore, I'm fed up.
Fed up with something. Yeah, I like that. I'm fed up.
Right.
I'm fed up with work. I'm fed up with my boss, right?
Mm.
Oh, well, Mark, I'm sure your day has to get better, right? It has to.
Probably. Maybe with some coffee. That'll help.
Maybe that'll cheer you up.
That'll
Maybe
cheer
it
me
will.
up. Ah, there we go.
Hopefully, hopefully. Okay, so now that we've gone over the vocabulary, let's hear the stories once more from the beginning. Well, this morning I woke up in a really good mood after a great night's sleep, and with the sun shining, I was already feeling pretty upbeat. On the way to work, I bumped into an old friend, which totally made my day. And then, to make it even better, at the office, my boss gave me some really great feedback that cheered me up even more.
And here's my bad mood story one more time. Today was just one of those days. I was already in a mood as soon as I woke up. I'm often quite ratty in the mornings anyway, so I was getting hacked off by the smallest things. The radio, the queues, the traffic, everything was getting on my nerves. I was pretty fed up by the time I got to work.
Now, here's something new that we've added for season 5. Let's do some quick back and forth dialogues. You can listen to us using some of this new vocabulary in a real back and forth conversation. See if you can hear some of the vocabulary and phrases we talked about earlier. Now, our first conversation is at work. It's pretty common just to have a short conversation, even if you're in a good mood or a bad mood. It's always going to be pretty short.
Morning, Kat. Looks like you're in a good mood.
Yeah, I am actually. I had a good night's sleep and the sun was shining this morning, so I felt pretty upbeat on the way in. How about you? Are you doing okay?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks. Could use some of your good mood today. Okay, and here's the second dialogue. My story was about being in a bad mood. And actually, at work, we don't normally share our bad news and bad moods with colleagues. So instead, we're going to have a conversation between two friends.
Hey, Mark, how's it going?
Honestly, not great. I just woke up in a mood and everything was getting on my nerves this morning.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Like what? What was getting on your nerves?
The traffic, the queues, even the radio was annoying me. By the time I got to work, I was pretty fed up.
Oh, man, sounds like a rough start to the day. I really hope that the rest of your day gets better.
Okay, so there you go. Those are our stories, vocabulary, and dialogues about being in a good mood and a bad mood. Before you go, remember you can follow along every episode using our Season 5 study guides. You can join as a high-level listening member here on YouTube to get weekly updates, or you can go to our PayHip store and get updates from the study pack there. All the links are in the description below.
And now it's your turn. Tell us in the comments below, were you in a good mood today or a bad mood?
So we do read and reply to every single comment we get here on YouTube. We'd love to hear from you, and it's a chance to practice your English as well.
Thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you next time on High Level Listening.
Bye-bye.